in passenger transportation for urban freight, autonomous vehicles do have an interesting potential in environments where we, for instance, have high labor cost. Because labor costs, or the cost of the driver, are one of the main cost drivers also in last mile delivery. If you are able to replace that by an autonomous vehicle, you incur additional costs because the vehicle is more expensive. You need more technology infrastructure around that to actually enable a fully autonomous delivery process because there's no human involved anymore. But you save on the variable cost side. You save on the cost per hour that you have to pay for someone actually being there, driving the car and making the delivery. So we see this, let's say not in the near future, but in the medium-term future for, let's say, the industrialized countries with high labor cost to be an interesting option. It's certainly something that we don't expect to appear at a large scale within the next few years. Talking about autonomous systems, however, a lot of buzz has been visible in the media around drone delivery. And we all know these beautiful videos by people like Amazon where a drone flies to the individual customer and lands in a nicely prepared landing patch somewhere in the front yard. And it sounds appealing, it sounds also technologically very appealing, but we do see some limitations for drone-based delivery in urban environments because it's not just the drone that needs to work. The technology of the drones is far enough advanced that we could theoretically have autonomous drones delivering packages today. There's two other challenges that need to be tackled. One is infrastructure. So that nice little landing patch that you see in some of those marketing videos in the front yard of the house, that's not a reality in most cities. You have to enable existing building infrastructure to be able to receive autonomous deliveries by drones, which is basically a real estate question almost. And the second big problem is regulation. Once you have not only one or two, but probably thousands of drones flying around, how do you coordinate them to ensure that they are safely operatable, they don't crash into each other, and that they also choose efficient routes? Because as little as you want those vehicles driving around you right now in the streets, you also want to avoid unnecessary kilometers flown by any drones buzzing around your head in the future, because that's also not what people consider to be livable or nice for the beauty and livability of their city. And where we do see some potential is actually by combining autonomous vehicle technology or ground-based vehicle technology with drone technology. So having basically a multimodal autonomous system where you go into the city for the most part with a potentially autonomous van that then just launches drones to the final consumers. Because that minimizes the amount of drones that you need. It minimizes the distance flown by those drones. And it also alleviates the congestion problem quite a bit. Because what we see today is that one of the key drivers of inefficiency, one of the key drivers also of congestion in urban roads is trucks looking for parking, or trucks not finding parking and therefore being forced to double park. That's a key driver of congestion. In a multimodal autonomous system, the truck or the van would just be constantly moving through the city, not stopping at all, not being such a big obstacle to traffic. And the drone really just overcomes the last few meters, taking off from the moving van, delivering to the consumer, and coming back to the van. And that's where we see the future of be it autonomous vehicles or